Oh man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is. Tuesday. Brewsday, Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah! It's time for Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar and Six Pack Store. Here is Huck and Big Nate.
No, pop and top.
Apparently, Happy John's sick of us, so it is just Huck and Big Nate.
Yeah, Happy John had to go back to Greenville, South Carolina, where he does his mad scientist stuff. Mostly plays golf and goes to the gym,
That,
according to his Facebook.
that's what I would do if I were a mad scientist. I'm going to be fully honest with you. I mean, if you're good enough at it, you don't really need to do much other than play golf. Everything will be automated for you.
Well, they pay him big bucks to fly around the country and give lectures on structural integrity, and he's worked for GE and designed.
He didn't lecture us once over the last 2 weeks. What the hell?
I know, but he teaches about these turbine blades and stuff. All he can't talk about a lot of it because it's
Top
mostly
secret.
classified. Speaking of classified, did you see what I did there? I'm classifying this week's show as "Don't try this at home."
Or do. We're not your mom.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm confused. Sycamore Brewing, which I think we've had before, but this is basically a interesting show. Macro dose is my beer. It's an India Pale Ale.
Much larger than a microdose.
Yeah, it comes in at some high percentage. I can't read. I should make them print it larger. I'm gonna guess it's 6 or 7%. We can look it up. Next time I'm on their webpage, I'll look it up in a minute. What do you got over there?
I've got the Sycamore. I was want to say Sycamore Deli, which of course no longer
No, no.
exists. Sycamore Trippy India Pale Ale. It is 7.2% ABV. Sycamore, man. We have done them before. We haven't done any of the beers on a day show before, so we're covered there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they're one of my favorite breweries.
Hold on. I got to get through this website.
Well, yeah. Are you
I got to
21?
prove.
Are you 21?
I got to
About a robot.
prove I'm 21. Okay, which I did. Of course, I'm not. But hey, what am I going to do?
You're not a robot.
I'm not a robot. This beer is not on draft. Okay, fair enough.
Well,
So maybe I won't be able to tell you what the ABV is from their website. Seems like a problem.
that does seem like a problem.
Oh well. Anyway,
6.9% ABV. I just found
you.
it.
He types faster than I do.
Thanks to Total Wine. No, I didn't even try because I knew you were on the Sycamore website.
So macrodose is a play on microdose. For us old hippies, in the 70s, we did the opposite of macrodose. We did the macrodose. Now all the old people do microdose. You just take a little bit of LSD, and then you're not as high as you used to be. You're slightly high. Is LSD still illegal? Probably.
Yes, but
What about peyote?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty positive that um, with advancements in modern medicine,
Yeah.
I know people are getting prescriptions to microdose mushrooms. I feel like LSD is not far behind.
Psilocybin mushrooms. They
Yeah,
were they were a ticket. They're a much mellower high. Not that I would know. I've just heard that they're much mellow higher than LSD. LSD basically you take it and then you're like, this didn't work. And then about an hour later you're seeing, you know, flaming pink rainbows flying through the air and stuff.
that honestly terrifies me because I know what my brain comes up with sober.
Yeah, that's a problem. So then
I don't.
you
I
go
don't.
through about an hour and a half of that, and then 6 hours of you're Superman. You can drink all the beer you want. You can run a mile. You can go to a concert and party. That's why people did it, because it was like really good speed. Plus, you're happy unless you're sad. If you get a bad trip, that's a problem. Yeah.
I, well, that's always like I remember the classic like trope. I don't remember because I wasn't there, but like the classic trope is don't eat the brown acid.
Well, that was because it was poison at Woodstock. It was bad. Had bad stuff in it.
Well, then I also know about the soundboard, the mixing board that one of Grateful Dead's albums, possibly many of them were recorded on. An engineer in the last 20 years like went to refurbish it and ended up like because there had just been so many instances of it just getting on the board.
Okay, well,
Ended up like accidentally dosing himself in the middle of the project.
here's the deal with the Grateful Dead, is they did acid every show. They did lots of acid. One of their Pigpen, who was their sound guy, I think, he was a chemist, and so he made acid. And they would dose everybody, so they would make up a big bowl of lemonade, whatever. And then like somebody was going to see him, and he decided he was going to. I can't remember. You can look this up. It's out there. He was going to just drink, Diet Coke or whatever. Well, they dosed his Diet Coke. He said he's about 30 minutes into the set when he realized it wasn't going to be a normal set. None of them were, but they did it every single show. Probably still do. I don't know. Maybe. I can't say, even though it was backstage at Lockin.
Interestingly enough, I didn't know this. I knew that Owsley acid was a thing.
Yeah.
I knew who Owsley Stanley was.
Yeah.
But I never realized until you just mentioned that he was in fact the Grateful Dead sound engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane to me. I mean, I guess what a great way to like make sure you always have what you need is put that guy on the payroll.
So it was invented by, I want to say, I can't remember the guy's name, but he had a bus, and the Grateful Dead used to ride on a bus with him. But it was made famous by the CIA because they were dosing soldiers to see if it could be used for war, but it turned out that no. Then they want to stick flowers in the barrels of the guns and stuff instead of shooting whatever, name your foreign country here. So that's how it got big, because they're talking about it. What's his name? Ken Kelsey.
Ken Kelsey, and then of course Timothy Leary was hanging around at the same time too.
But Ken invented it, and he accidentally ingested it, and he said, "Man, it's pretty good." So he took a bunch home and did a whole bunch, and after that he dropped out and turned on, as they say, had the magic bus.
Well, and then from a historical standpoint, I find LSD fascinating because it's derived from ergo, which is like a
moldy bread.
Mold and it's a mold that gets on certain types of wheat, and it's actually why the Salem witch trials took place.
Oh yeah,
because
everybody's high.
Yeah, like they were eating this moldy bread, and it just that mass hysteria combined with hallucinogenics is always a good combination. That's what Reefer Madness is based on, is the and then Salem witch trials.
And actually, it's hard to prove that a woman's not crazy. I'll just leave that there.
Well,
just kidding.
Their tests were absolutely psychotic for proving someone was a witch. Like,
I know.
Throw them in the river. If she floats, she's a witch.
Yeah.
If she sinks, she's not.
And that's too late now.
Too late now. Like, what?
Sorry.
In God's name.
Sorry, witchy. Didn't mean to do that.
Lose proposition.
But yeah, so it's strange that the two things that people really have loved over the years, beer and LSD, were both from mold, letting stuff rot. Beer was invented because somebody had left weed in a barrel and the rain went in it. They didn't want to throw it away. They boiled it to make it better. Guess what?
It worked.
It turned to beer.
Made it better.
Did make it better. So, I mean, that's amazing. So yeah.
Life is full of those, like, happy accidents.
Yeah.
Like, I think silly putty was, like, invented to be a polymer to use to help with the space program, and then they found out it's, like, absolutely useless except for as a children's toy.
Well, we used to use it to take comics off the Sunday comic paper.
The paper ink would come off on it. I remember doing that as a kid too.
Yeah, we would do that.
Whatever happened on the Sunday funnies?
They're not funny anymore. They're woke.
Woke
funnies.
Do they still get printed? Like, I haven't bought newspaper in probably
I don't know. My brother-in-law gets newspapers. They must get printed. He gets the paper. Here's the paper headline: something might happen. Something could happen. Today it's like experts think that this is going to cause that. They can't, why don't you want an article that says what's actually happened, like the news used to do, or something you're absolutely sure is going to happen. But no, it's all about, we don't like whatever. So we're just going to say that could cause a bad thing.
If it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, they don't even do that anymore. They're just like,
No. Just
okay, that's the New York Post.
the speculation and the lack of ethics in journalism. It's definitely one of those. Obviously, we've become, and I think it's because our attention spans are so short that we'll consume anything that's clickbaity enough and speculative enough, and like, oh, this danger is coming. And I specifically think it's targeting baby boomers.
You think?
I think so.
Well, I don't fall for it, and I'm a big old baby boomer.
Well, you don't buy the paper.
Well, no, I read the paper every day, but if something on the internet says you wouldn't believe XXX or wait till you see this, I'm not looking at that. If they can't just show me up front, I don't care.
On the flip side, I like to think I'm an intelligent person. I do a lot of the times click it because it's one of those like I like to arm myself against the stupidity I'm going to see,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty good at reading through people's bullcrap. So it's fun to me. It's like a game. It's like, okay, this was obviously written to be incendiary and inflammatory, and there's no basis in it. But it's always that headline, and then you get to the page, and it's subscribe to continue reading, only $1.99 a month or whatever.
I'm glad you brought
Pisses
that
me
up. But
off.
I got this morning, I was doing my internet, looking at stuff, and I was going to make an article on my, blog I haven't written on in 18 months or whatever, or even on Facebook or Twitter or one of those places. But the thing about it is here's just a quick list. First of all, I open up my bank software, bank, credit card, whatever. And the first thing I have to, before I can do anything, I have to X through the page that says, would you like to go virtual and get this in your email and you'll never see it again? No, I would not. And you can't say no forever. You can say yes, and you can say skip for now. And it'll come back every time. So that's number one. Number two, I don't want anything in anybody's cloud.
Yep.
Like my cloud's right here in my computer. Okay. I'm happy I back up this. That's my cloud. Every time I've used the cloud for something, like when I was working, I'd go to pull a document down. How much do I owe you? Well, I can't because the cloud's down. I can't get to, I don't know the password and I'm not home where my list of passwords is. Oh, and I tried the password thing. Never forget that.
Have you built your own cloud server?
Yeah, I mean, I have. I do. Now I just use like 5 terabyte hard drives. I have like 4 of them. So yes, I have my own cloud
And of
server.
course, we're running into a time when media, not media like the news, but like physical media
it's like
is getting so much cheaper.
50 cents for a terabyte. No, it's like
I remember when I was a kid, like
terabyte drive for less than
I saved up for like a 1 terabyte drive. It was like 150 when I got it, and I was so stoked. But like I had to save for months. This was allowance, like
well, this laptop
building.
that I use is old and it's got 2 terabytes.
My cell phone has 2 terabytes.
Does it?
Yeah,
I think mine has 1. I don't know.
and then of course because it's a Google phone, I've
It doesn't work.
no, it works fantastically. I love my phone. You can get the hell out of here with that. I've also got the
iPhone.
Google Drive. I did buy in on a.
I have
Google.
I use Google Drive. I use Google I'm getting away from Microsoft 365.
Well,
and that was today's scam. I got 16 emails from qrxc.ca that said my Microsoft payment thing didn't work and I should give them my credit card number. I got to leave. Why can't they just say one time, right? How stupid is it that they send me 10 of the same email in a row? Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, well, this doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Is this really Microsoft?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what you're saying about the boomers. I guess a lot of boomers, oh gosh, I better click on this and give them my number. You send me anything in the mail or text me, I'm going online and log into you. I mean, if you're one of my vendors, I can log into you.
I'm not clicking that email link 100%. And by the way, that wasn't when I mentioned the boomers, I wasn't targeting baby boomers. I wanted to be known. I don't believe in the every generation grew up under a different set of circumstances.
You're ageist. You're an ageist.
I'm a millennial, so I'm the first that like really grew up with access to the world wide web.
I bet I've been more places than you, but go ahead.
Yeah, virtually
even that.
But I just think there's differences in generations and their knowledge and their abilities to parse certain things out because, baby boomers come from an era where they started print journalism was supposed to be trustworthy. TV journalism was supposed to be trustworthy.
Yeah.
You took it as fact. You had
Walter Cronkite.
well, and then like even going as far back, I don't know if they'd be baby boomers, but like 1940s, the early 40s, you've got FDR, the president, like coming on the radio, and that was a big deal. The fireside chats, everyone's sitting around. Whereas now, like you've got more access to anything that anyone ever thinks. The president can tweet whatever the hell he wants, and
he does.
And he absolutely does. But
excuse me,
you're exposed to so much more information than you used to be, so it's hard to parse out. You just assume it's all fact.
Right. No, I don't assume.
Like,
I assume it's all fiction. Every single thing I see.
I'm a cynic. I believe everyone's looking out for themselves.
So somebody proves it to me, I'm not believing anything.
That's probably a good.
What was the okay? The last thing is, so I do online banking. I have two banks. One bank is pretty good at it, right? You sign the check, you check the box, or you write for a mobile deposit sent in. The other bank is really horrible at it, and finally I asked them what the heck, and they said, well, you don't have to sign the check. First of all, you do have to sign the check, but that's just me. And you just have to write their bank name for the mobile deposit only to their bank name and something. I'm like, never mind, I don't do it there. But last night I did a bunch of checks, and I reached my limit. So I'm on mobile banking, and what does it pop up and say? You've reached your limit, so please, what should I probably do?
Just go to the bank.
No.
Log out, log back in.
Email them, chat them. No.
Oh,
call them. I don't call anybody. I will not call you.
Nope.
I will not answer your calls. If I can't do it on chat, email, I don't get too bad. We're not going to have a business. We're not going to talk.
I don't like. I definitely am someone who prefers the chat anyway, just because I have a written record of everything because I save it. I record my screen, if we're logging in.
And I can grab stuff and put it in the chat. Here's what you said. Here's what it is.
Exactly.
Here's the picture. I can't do that on the phone. I can't do that in the email. And then the email text support, let's just keep going, is like, oh, well, email is your big problem. Yeah, the computer's on fire. What should I do? Our people will get back to you in 24 to 48 hours.
And usually ends up being 72.
Right. And then they go,
by then the computer's burned down.
Still on fire? No, actually, I sent it back and bought a new one.
Yeah.
So anyway, we digress.
We went on one hell of a tangent here, but it was a fun ride.
Because I was macrodosing.
We bought the ticket. We took the ride.
We did. That's what you have to do. Once you buy that ticket, you're riding the ride.
Let's rate these, and then maybe we'll spend some dead.
All right.
I'll let you go first.
I love this one. This is good 4.5. It's very nice. India Pale Ale. It's got a little fuzz to it. It's just a good beer. It's probably a little high in alcohol. Drink too many of them in the summer, but what the heck? We're at the Woodstock 2025 now, so we're just all getting high.
We're having the festival. Would you give it on Untapped? A 5?
4.5.
4.5. Okay. He sucks beer buzz. I'm Big Nate Danger. Yeah, I'm along the same lines. I really like this trippy. It's kind of like you said, a fuzzy beer would be a good way to describe it. It's I don't know how filtered it is, but you can kind of like feel it. The mouth feels really good. Sycamore doesn't make a bad product.
I don't think they do.
I'm going to compare this to Mountain Candy, which is a 5. So I'm going to give this a 4.5. I think I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
We're going to spend some dead, and we'll be back with more Brewsday Tuesday on 105.3 The Bear.